y'all, welcome to my channel. Coming at you with a So Real Sunday face and new foundation as promised. Every Sunday pretty much I'm going to be reviewing a new foundation or product. More likely than not it'll be a foundation, but sometimes it'll be just a new product I'm trying out. But as you all know, I'm on a journey to finding the perfect foundation for me, at least a Holy Grail foundation. I've actually come, unfortunately, to the conclusion that I probably will never find one perfect Holy Grail foundation, but I'm comfortable with having maybe at least a top 5 Holy Grails. Thus far, the only one on my list thus far is my Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo foundation, and that's in a deep 74. I've reviewed that before. That'll be in the description bar below. So yeah, so the reason that I want to film and do these reviews on Sundays is primarily because of the fact that I am an active member of my church. I'm a praise and worship leader, and I'm constantly moving around. I'm constantly between sweating and everything else. Like, it is the ultimate test for all my foundations. Any foundation I try on, it's an ultimate test for it, because like I'm in the elements here. I mean, between the fact that, yeah, we're slipping into the fall now, but between the heat outside and then the heat inside and the moving around and the jumping around and the tearing, snotting, wiping, tissue, drinking, you know what I mean? A Sunday for me is the ultimate test for any product I'm trying, any foundation I'm trying, because if you can last through that, you're 5-star with me, you're A+ with me. So that is primarily why I will be doing brand new reviews on brand new products only on Sundays. Specifically just testing the longevity of the product and what the claims are that the product does. So, and now that we got all of that out the way, I am reviewing, and I know this isn't brand new. I understand it's not new. There's a million reviews all over, the YT about it, but this is my review. So, and this is for the Covergirl Queen Collection, the 3-in-1 All Day Flawless. It's a 3-in-1 claiming to have concealer. You got your concealer, you got your foundation, and SPF. And it's supposed to kind of dry, matte. So you're not supposed to use powder with it or anything like that. I'm a matte girl. I love a matte face. I'm not a fan of the dewy look. I have a really oily T-zone. So majority of the foundations that you see me trying are going to be matte. Sometimes it may be semi-matte, only because I like to play with powders. And if you're dealing with a lot of foundations that are matte, you don't want to look cake face. And I don't mean in a good way cake face. Like, not beat cake face. Like you got layers on your face. Alright. So this, I have it in Amber Glow. I apologize for the lighting, guys, by the way. I'm in the process of dealing with my filming area or whatever. Bear with me. So I have it in Q840, and I am Almond Glow. Now, as you see, I do have 2, because I had tried this before a while back, and I had actually, this is a Q850. This is sheer espresso. This is actually too dark for me. And this is right before, I believe, sheer espresso, and this is pretty much perfect, I think. I think somebody had said this foundation doesn't oxidize, and I think I might agree with that. I don't know if the lighting is really permitting you guys to see it. I mean, it's okay. Let's get to the shebang of this whole thing. Let's get to the meat and bones of this, right? So again, it claims to be lasting power of powder, coverage of concealer, and blendability of foundation in one, shine free. I must say, now I didn't do much exerting of myself today, so I wasn't, sweating all over the place, wasn't no tearing or anything like that, but just normal things that affect us all in the elements, me primarily on a Sunday. And like I said, I have an oily T-zone. I can't say I have not blotted today. I mean, I do see a little bit of oil on this, you know, just right here, or whatever, on the tip of my nose. Usually I'm all oily in my whole T-zone, and then that spreads and everything like that, so that's always a freaking bummer. But I can say for this, and I actually did set this, guys. I set it. I know. It says not to set it, but I have an oily T-zone, and it gets so oily that sucker will spread all over my face. So I have to powder, even if it's just a light dusting. And I powder what my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Tan. And I mean, I think it looks really good. I think it looks really, really good. For, I mean, just for me, in terms of just being concerned about oiliness and not looking too cakey and everything. And I said it and everything, and I don't feel like I look too cakey. My only thing, which honestly I believe is my fault, when I set my under eye concealer and my highlights, I used my mixture of my Topaz and banana powder, as opposed to just using my banana powder by itself, because the Topaz powder has, you know, banana has a little bit of yellow in it, but the Topaz has a little bit of yellow in it too, more yellow than I would say red, and it kind of flat-faced me, if that makes sense. Kind of flat-faced me. So I think next time I'll just stick to like a lighter highlight, and, you know, maybe just either set my highlights with, like, sorry y'all, my camera was acting special and all cut off on me while I was mid-sentence. So what I was saying is, with this, and I already have yellow undertones, so I'm kind of okay with the fact that this is kind of yellow. Let me just swatch it. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, so it's kind of yellow, and I'm okay with that because I have yellow undertones, and it honestly blends really well. It blends really well, and then it dries to a matte finish easily, and it actually has an SPF of 20. Excuse me while I reach back here in my little space there. So I guess that's a good thing, and I love it. I love it. I mean, I'm probably gonna leave this for like the summer when I'm darker. The sheer espresso, but as for right now, this is more my tone, and I could have stood to drag it down my neck a little bit more, and even my powder, but I was rushing this morning. I had meant to even take pictures this morning so you guys could see what it was kind of, you know, before and after, but honestly, my face has pretty much stayed the same. My blush has lasted. I don't know if you can really see my blush. It's more of like a pale orange, but that's also a good way to check the longevity of your foundation, how long your blush is still on your face, and it lasted quite some time. I can honestly say this is a really good foundation. I would highly recommend this for oily girls. For me personally, I'll just make sure, you know, to be conscious of the fact that I have yellow undertones. This is pretty yellow, and I can make myself really flat face if I'm not careful with my contour and highlight. So, other than that, I love this stuff. I would highly recommend it again. For oily girls, this might end up being in my top 5 blazing holy grail foundations, but thus far only Kat Von D is in there. Thus far, I haven't worn my Clinique Stay Matte in a while, but I'm gonna get back to that. So anyways, that review is actually also down below as well. So anyways, tell me what you guys think. If you guys have tried it, anything you think I could have done to make it better, or anything you might have done. And I haven't powdered at all or had to blot really because it hasn't been shiny to the point where I feel like I needed to blot. So that's 100% on a Sunday. Yeah. I'm sold on this stuff. This is really good stuff. The reviews on the YT and everywhere else have not lied. It's a drugstore foundation. I think it cost me about maybe $12 or something like that. Definitely worth it. I definitely recommend it. Again, drop your comments, tips, advice down below. Again, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm a makeup enthusiast. I'm a girl who loves makeup and loves sharing her experiences and, you know, listening to other people's experiences. So, much love. I hope everybody has a happy Sunday, and thanks for watching. Oh, I thought the camera was on. Well,